Hi, my name is Tana Tyndall, and I'm a student at ECU in the nursing program from my RN to BSN. And today I'm going to be talking about the prevention of obesity in adolescents and teens. The target population that I chose was adolescents and teens, and this is because teens and adolescents tend to impact the future, and they can stop health issues before they start. Plus, this population is very good at spreading the word to others with communication throughout the schools and throughout their friends and families. The priority issue that I chose to speak about today includes the knowledge deficit that surrounds general health and wellness awareness. With this population, teens and adolescents from age 10 to 19, they're unaware of problems like obesity and how big of an issue being overweight can be. With many diseases, there are primary and secondary issues. With this diagnosis as being obese, it is the primary issue. But with primary issues, there are always secondary issues to follow. And the secondary issues that follow being obese and overweight can include anything from heart disease, high blood pressure, strokes, heart attacks, different types of cancers and diabetes, any types of arthritis and sleep apnea, respiratory issues like asthma, gallbladder disorders, liver problems, high cholesterol. It can even cause mental health disorders, infertility in such cases, gout, digestive issues, cognitive issues, and even more. So obesity leads to a lot of issues, and it's just important to remain as healthy as possible in this time. This picture demonstrates a healthy child, but then as they sit around and play video games all day and they eat high fattening foods and fast foods all the time, and if they study all the time for school and they don't take any time to perform any physical activity, then they can become mildly obese, and then they become tired doing simple things like climbing stairs and walking around. Then they become moderately obese because they don't want to do any of that kind of physical activity because it's painful for them. And then it just becomes more and more uncomfortable to do any type of physical activity, which can lead to the more secondary issues like asthma and diabetes, and they just become overweight, and which leads to an obese adult who has other issues like heart issues, strokes, and it's just an everlasting continuum of these diagnoses and these issues. In my time of research, I looked up different scholarly journal articles, and I found that the CDC, or the Center of Disease Control, how they describe the obesity and overweight rates in the United States as well as globally, and they just describe the importance of maintaining a healthy lifestyle and how the secondary diseases that we discussed can be prevented by preventing the primary disease, which is obesity. And then another article discussed how the different races and genders and ethnicities played a factor in the susceptibility rates of having these health concerns. And then the NCBI explained how the high school students have the modifiable risk factors when discussing obesity rates that can prevent like smoking and drinking, and that can help them to remain healthy. In relation to global health, the issue being the knowledge deficits about obesity is found worldwide and globally. This is due to unhealthier foods like fast food, like McDonald's and Hardee's and Bojangles. They're cheaper and they don't require as much time to cook. You don't have to cook them. You can just go through a drive-thru and buy them easily, and it's ready at your convenience. And buying fresh foods are expensive, and they require them to be cooked. And cooking takes a lot of time, which is not what a lot of people have these days. So for the targeted population, like adolescents and teens, they might not know how to cook. They might not be having the access to be able to cook, or they might not have any money or transportation to obtain the ingredients to cook. Healthcare is another issue worldwide because affording healthcare is not something that everyone can do. It's very expensive, and some people have no transportation to get there. And staying healthy is kind of hard when you have no one to coach you and give you the needed information and the medications and prescribe the medications to help prevent the issues. So the first intervention that I will be discussing is eating healthier foods. Eating healthier foods helps you live a healthier lifestyle. So choosing fruits and vegetables over French fries or maybe a salad at restaurants can be helpful. This can help prevent obesity. Maintaining the correct amount of vitamins and minerals is very important in our diet from day to day. So eating at McDonald's and Bojangles and Hardee's and Chick-fil-A all the time is not as healthy because they cook in a lot of grease. And it's tempting to grab something so quick and easily because it doesn't have to be cooked. And when you go hang out with a bunch of friends, you don't want to spend your time cooking, so you just go grab something cheap and easy and fun to eat. But you can always go to another type of restaurant and get a healthier meal. You can choose healthier options. You can choose a salad, or you can choose to drink water instead of sodas. And even if you still choose to eat, like I said, at these fast food restaurants, just make healthier decisions. And leave off some of those extra condiments that add to your calorie list. Also, another thing you can do is download apps to your phone that help count calories and help figure out specifically what you need for your body and measures your body and describes how many calories you need a day and how much exercise you need to perform a week. The second intervention that I'll be discussing is being physically well. So exercising about 30 minutes a day or 3 to 4 times a week can help prevent obesity and the other secondary health issues that we discussed earlier. If you're in high school or in middle school, if you're a teen or adolescent, you can join a sports team, or you can join a local gym. There's a gym here in Kinston. It's called the Kinston Community Center. It used to be the Woodman of the World, and it has plenty of exercise equipment inside of it. And even if you can't afford to go to a gym, you can go take a walk around your local park or jog around there and use those resources. Also, you can do home workouts that don't require equipment, and you can just Google those on the internet. It's funner to exercise with a group of people or have a buddy system because you can give each other encouragement and you can share the results together and you can help each other along. And in between video games or watching TV shows or movies, you can play a game where you have to exercise for a few seconds in between. Do a few sit-ups, a few push-ups or squats or anything in that sort. The last intervention that I will be discussing is just scheduling a regular doctor visit and keeping in check with your health. And by maintaining your weight at a healthy level, you can help prevent obesity and being overweight and prevent those secondary issues that follow that we discussed earlier. You can schedule yearly or bi-yearly checkups with your primary doctor just to get a physical and just talk to them about what you need to do about your health. And if healthcare is something you can't really afford, there are free clinics that are available around the community. You can also use the internet to look up normal vital signs like blood pressures, what your pulse should be, your oxygen saturation rates, and what your weight should be. You can look up your BMI and check what kind of healthy BMI you need to be between. Use these free resources, and you can use like the blood pressure machine at Walmart or Walgreens to keep a check on it. Kinston has a website also that includes free and low-income clinics that you can go to if you can't afford something like this. They provide anywhere from dental to medical, women's, pediatric, adults, and behavioral clinic services, and this is the link for it below. Now let's talk about some modifiable risk factors, which is what you can prevent yourself. You can prevent obesity and being overweight. You can research your gender, race, and ethnicity and see how susceptible you are to developing obesity and being overweight. And after doing that, just look into how you can better yourself and better prevent obesity and what actions you can take to do so. Another thing you can do is not consume alcohol. Alcohol has a lot of carbs in it, and it can make you become overweight very quickly. And don't smoke cigarettes or vape, which can cause respiratory issues. Make sure you get enough sleep at night, eat healthier meals like we discussed, and exercise every day for at least 30 minutes or 3 to 4 times a week. And just make goals for yourself and set dates and try to achieve them. Use the buddy system. So this was my project, and now it's up to you to take this information and use it wisely. So like I discussed, you can learn more about these issues by searching the internet. You can research obesity and how to prevent it and what measures to take. And you need to inform your friends and your family to prevent these issues as well and to save them from strokes and heart attacks and more health issues. And you can live a healthier lifestyle by following these guidelines that I discussed with you. And like I also said, you can download apps on your phone. That seems to be the thing now. Everybody likes to be on their phone, so download these apps to help you. And keep a check on your care by visiting the doctor and going to the free clinics and researching what normal measurements are for your body. And make it fun. It doesn't have to be boring. It doesn't have to be hard. You can make exercising fun. You can make eating healthy fun. Include your friends and family in this, and it'll be better. So that was my project for today, and that was my discussion to go over obesity and trying to give you the knowledge so you're aware of the issue. So thank you for listening, and try to better yourself for yourself and be the best you that you can be. Have a great day.